Existence of parallel universe with proof. The multiverse is a theory that suggests our universe is not the only one, and that many universes exist parallel to each other. These distinct universes within the multiverse theory are called parallel universes. The theory of a parallel universe suggests the existence of multiple, perhaps infinite, universes that coexist alongside our own. Each of these universes might follow different laws of physics, contain different histories, and even host different versions of ourselves. We really don't understand everything in the universe, that means there can be so many possibilities. The dream theory. The dream theory holds that we visit other realities while we sleep. Dreams have always been a confusing topic for scientists and theorists because we've never had a guaranteed right answer about what exactly dreams are or why we get them. The bigger theory about dreams is that when we dream, we actually get to see multiple parallel universes, and what happens in the dreams is that we get to know what other versions of us are doing in their respective universes. So yeah, unfortunately, you never went to school naked. Psychologists believe that during dreams, we transform information into a multidimensional design based on our consciousness. Some believe that dreams are a way for our other selves to reach us and communicate with us, and that's an interesting theory because you have to consider lucid dreaming and how some people have claimed that they now go to different dimensions in their dreams. Own advanced technology from other universes that now allows humans to reach each other. Stephen Hawking theory. The theory first proposed that black holes have been scientifically proven to have two openings. It is pretty plausible to assume that whatever is on the other end might just be a different reality. Hawking also suggested that black holes might serve as gateways to alternate universes, proposing that information swallowed by a black hole could escape into another reality. This idea fuels speculation about wormholes, time travel, and parallel dimensions, further expanding our understanding of space and time. NASA's Anita experiment. In 2016 and 2018, NASA's Antarctic Impulsive Transient Antenna, ANITA, detected high-energy neutrinos coming from the Earth, not from space, which is highly unusual. Neutrinos normally travel through the universe in one direction, but these seem to be moving backward in time. Some scientists proposed that this could be evidence of a mirror universe, where time flows in reverse compared to our own. While other explanations exist, this discovery remains one of the most intriguing anomalies in modern physics, fueling speculation that another reality might be interacting with ours. The cold spot in space. In 2015, astronomers studying the cosmic microwave background radiation, CMB, the afterglow of the Big Bang, discovered an unusual cold spot in space, significantly colder than surrounding areas. Scientists have struggled to explain this anomaly using conventional physics. One theory proposed by physicist Laura Mersini-Houghton suggests that this cold spot might be the result of our universe colliding with another parallel universe in the past. If this hypothesis is correct, it would be one of the first pieces of physical evidence supporting the multiverse theory, suggesting that our universe is just one of many in a vast cosmic landscape. Déjà vu and time slips. Many people experience déjà vu, the eerie feeling of having lived through an event before, even though it is happening for the first time. While neuroscience attributes this to memory processing errors, some theorists suggest that déjà vu might occur when our consciousness briefly overlaps with an alternate version of ourselves in a parallel universe. Additionally, there have been reported cases of time slips, where people claim to suddenly find themselves in a different time period or location. In one famous case in 1901, two women visiting the Palace of Versailles in France claimed they were briefly transported back to the 18th century, seeing people dressed in historical clothing before the vision faded away. Such incidents, while unverified, contribute to the idea that parallel realities might occasionally overlap with our own. The Mandela effect. One of the most widely discussed phenomena suggesting the existence of parallel universes is the Mandela effect, where large groups of people recall historical events differently from what is documented. For instance, many people distinctly remember Nelson Mandela dying in prison in the 1980s, even though he actually passed away in 2013. Another famous example is the spelling of the children's book series The Berenstain Bears. Millions of people recall it as Berenstein, with an E, rather than the correct spelling with an A. Similarly, many remember the Monopoly Man having a monocle, even though he never did. Some theorists suggest that these discrepancies could be a result of people shifting between alternate timelines, where minor details differ, while others argue it is simply a case of collective false memory. The Man from Taured. A bizarre incident allegedly occurred in 1954 at Tokyo's Haneda Airport, where a man arrived with a passport from a country called Taured, which does not exist on any map. The customs officers were baffled when he insisted that Taured was a real country, located between France and Spain, where Andorra exists. His passport, stamps, and official documents all appeared authentic but untraceable to any known nation. After several hours of investigation, officials placed him in a guarded hotel room overnight, but by morning, he had vanished without a trace, along with all his documents. While skeptics suggest this story might be an urban legend, some believe this could be an example of a person accidentally crossing over from a parallel universe with slight geographical differences. Anne Hathaway's husband, Adam Schulman. Time travel can take us to parallel universes. Time travel is a hypothetical physical activity, to travel to the future, but I believe it is real. That is who lives are celebrities who look exactly like their histories, whose lives look exactly like their history. He takes Anne Hathaway's husband, Adam Schulman, these are not TYPST the tip. Everyone has heard of William Shakespeare, but what you probably don't know about the famous English playwright is that he had a wife. The scary part is that Adam looks just like Shakespeare. Maybe he and his wife came back for unfinished business and gave more art to the world. Everyone on the internet believes that because people said they were together forever, lovers and history can repeat themselves. Failures in the Matrix. Some believe that we live in a simulation run by other people in another universe, in a parallel universe. These failures are events that seem to be comparable to errors in a computer program or the effect of their execution. There are people who disappear and sometimes reappear, as seen by different witnesses in different places at the same time or in places where they should be. AKA, people often disappear a significant number of times, often after multiple searches, then reappear and claim they never left. True experiences, stories of people who seem to change universes. The disappearing building. One Reddit user shared a story about walking home from work one evening and noticing a small bookstore on the corner of the street. The store had a warm glow, an old-fashioned sign, and an inviting atmosphere. The next day, when they tried to visit, the bookstore was gone, and multiple locals insisted that no such store had ever existed in that location. The Man Who Woke Up in a Different Life. A well-documented case involves a man who woke up one morning to find subtle yet unsettling changes in his life. His apartment had furniture he didn't recognize, his girlfriend claimed they had been dating for years, when he remembered only a few months, and even his job details seemed slightly off. Medical tests showed no signs of memory loss or psychological issues. Some believe he accidentally shifted into an alternate timeline where his life played out slightly differently. The woman who returned to a different reality. A woman reported returning from a short vacation to find that her apartment keys no longer worked. When she knocked, a completely different person answered, claiming they had been living there for years. The woman's workplace still recognized her, but her co-workers remembered different versions of past events than she did. To this day, she believes she may have slipped into a nearly identical, but slightly altered, universe. The Missing Time Incident. A man and his friend were driving late at night when they took a wrong turn onto a quiet, unfamiliar road. Suddenly, the radio cut out, their GPS failed, and they both felt extremely drowsy. The next thing they knew, they woke up still driving, but they had lost 2 full hours with no recollection of what happened. The strangest part? Their car had traveled over 100 miles, even though neither of them remembered the journey.